Hi my witchlings! I am going to try to do this video for you and hopefully you will be able to both hear me and see what I'm doing. I have a new tripod, so we're going to see how everything goes. So I had started making Frumenty this morning. Frumenty is a wheat porridge, and this is where we're at with it right now. I'm not making mine with wheat, I am making mine with millet because gluten-free. Millet acts kind of similarly to bulgar wheat, and except you don't have to constantly stir it. This takes a while to make. I actually had to take a break and go somewhere in there, which is good because there is a 10-minute period at least where you have to let the Frumenty cool before you add heavy cream. And that is where we are at right now. So we've already toasted our grains. We have cooked them in boiling water, 2 cups of boiling water, 1 cup of whole milk, and we have added in 1/3 cup of currants, and now we're going to continue with the rest of what we need to do. So this is when we are going to mix in the heavy cream. So I have a scant 1/3 cup of heavy cream. Scant because I didn't realize I was so low. I'm going to turn our heat back to about medium, and we're going to stir this in and bring this back up to a light boil. And there's some other stuff that we're going to add here in just a few moments. This all stirred. There we go. Once we get this going to a gentle boil, we're going to stir in egg yolks that I totally forgot to beat. So while that's heating up, I will go ahead and do that now. Need to separate 2 yolks from the whites. Going to do that into my empty 1/3 cup measurer. I am not very good at cracking eggs, I'm just going to tell you that right now. Not my forte. Neither is separating them without making a huge mess, which I have succeeded in doing. Okay, so that's 1 yolk. Yay, for messes everywhere, literally everywhere, all over everything I didn't want it on. This will be a learning experience for everybody involved. Oh, and this is going to just be a pain, isn't it? All right, well, I've successfully made a mess in my kitchen. Grab a napkin before that runs onto the floor. All right, so give this a good stir. Don't want it sticking. All right. I say as it starts sticking. Okay, I'm going to give these a quick beating. Okay, so I'm going to add the egg yolks now. There we go. And stir that in. And then from here, we're going to toss in 1/3 cup of brown sugar and make sure this gets mixed in well so that it can melt into the porridge. this is not a typical frumenty. Frumenty, in the actual medieval period, frumenty was more of a bland wheat porridge that was used as a side dish for things like venison, or something that had a very rich flavor to it, to sort of help not necessarily cleanse the palate, but balance out the palate for the menu that people were enjoying. Okay, double check my recipe here. All right, I don't have saffron strands, otherwise you would have added them at the same time that you would have added your brown sugar. So this is all stirred together. It's heated through. At this point, we turn off the heat and remove it from the heat and cover and let it set for about 5 to 10 minutes. I will be back. So now we've covered our frumenty. I'm going to remove the lid, set that over to the side. This is what we have going on here. So I'm going to serve some up into a bowl, and I will show you a couple of the options you have for making toppings. So this is my breakfast, and so I'm going to make it the way I'd like to make it. So I'm going to give myself a pretty good serving there. This particular recipe makes 4 servings, so this is approximately 1 serving. I've got some almonds here that I'm going to put on in just a moment, because I like to add butter to mine. So we're going to take a little bit of butter, about a teaspoon worth of butter, and put that apparently on the side of my bowl. I'll mix it here in just a moment. Grab a spoon. So put your butter into your frumenty and just kind of mix it around. You can put milk on it or cream if you would like. I don't need it. I'm good with just the butter and the almonds. So if the butter would cooperate and get off my spoon, that would be even more fantastic. But hey, that's what happens when you shoot video, right? Everything goes wrong. So there you go. So that is the butter mixed in. And then I'm going to just take some almonds, probably about a tablespoon or so of almonds, and just sprinkle those on top. And that is frumenty. When I made this the first time, I also poached some pears in a white wine and cinnamon and butter and sugar and such mixture, and put the frumenty on top of that. It's very good. It's very decadent. It tastes very decadent. This is actually something that I would make in batch for folks at like a war or something like that, like an SCA war. It would be a great morning breakfast, especially if you are going to be out in the field fighting. This has a lot of stick-to-itiveness. It's very hearty, and I definitely recommend it. This is actual period cooking, or I should say an actual period recipe, and it is perfect for, like I said earlier, a side dish to a rich meat for a feast, or for a breakfast first thing in the morning during one of the days at war. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is my first video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found something educational about it, or at least entertaining, because it's fun to watch me make so many mistakes and make such a mess. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and do check me out on Patreon. Thank you so much. Have a great day.